coast. Once a year I'll see them for a week or so at most. I should go walk, take a walk, take a
Half past the hour here on Weather Center Live. Welcome back. This weekend, we're not seeing any major storms that are going to slow you down as you head back home. Yay for that. But there is still some snow out there, and we want you to take a look at the heavy snowfall. It's falling near Toronto, Canada. This was this morning, and snow showers are expected in the area throughout the weekend. People there also been dealing with some very gusty winds. Let's go ahead and send it over to Carl to see where some of that heaviest snow is going to be coming down in the U.S.
Well, the lake effect has been going today. We've also gotten some snow in the mountains, and we'll find more of that in both areas tomorrow. Cold air is really dominating across a lot of the country, and along with that high pressure, there's a lot of clear sky, and so you're going to be in good shape if you're traveling tonight or tomorrow across most of the country. There is the visible satellite picture. We're beginning to lose the light. You can see the leading edge of that cool air, and as we zoom up here into the northeast, notice the northwesterly flow. Very strong winds coming down into the northeast today, gusting over 50 miles an hour in some cases. And with that cold wind flowing over the relatively warm lake water, we've seen the lake effect snow band setting up. Winds now gusting to 36 in New York City, gusting to about 30 in Boston. So it's still pretty strong out there. There's a definite nip in the air. 44 was what we gusted to at the top of the hour last hour in Syracuse. So very strong wind in some cases. Here you see these lake effect bands. They're not very well defined. We're getting mostly lighter snow now around Johnstown and Altoona, back into Pittsburgh. Southwestern New York, that's the area that's gotten the most snow. Parts of Chautauqua and Cattaraugus counties, including Franklinville, have gotten about 4 to 5 inches of snow already. It'll continue to snow there tonight and early tomorrow. And then some snow showers here into interior parts of the Northeast. So here's a look at the future radar. It's a high resolution model. You see those bands continue through early tomorrow. Then a system comes by, and we'll see the band kind of flip around and drive right into Buffalo during the day tomorrow. Could be a few inches out of that. So here's a look at our forecast. General 3 to 6 in the Tug Hill Plateau, northern parts of New York, just off of Lake Ontario, and then about 3 to 6 in northwestern Pennsylvania and back into northeast Ohio. Now in the west, we've got this feed of moisture, this plume of moisture coming into the northwest, and a weaker disturbance now moving across. So along with that, we've got some wet weather to tell you about around Eugene and over into Bend, and then some snow here in Montana and Wyoming. Here's the model again, and you can see how it's going to be sagging to the south through tonight and early tomorrow, still driving that moisture into the mountains of Wyoming in particular. So right around Yellowstone, the Grand Tetons, that's where we're going to see several inches up to a foot of snow, about 3 to 6 for the Sawtooth Range, the Bitterroots, and we'll say about 3 to 6 there in general around the Black Hills. A little spot of a little more than that, several inches of snow. I want to show you the model forecast going into next week. This is the USGFS model, and we're looking at Wednesday of next week. That area of yellow is low pressure. Where we see the orange and the red, that's where the pressure is deepening or intensifying, and you see it really gets going here by late Wednesday afternoon in this scenario, if this model is to be believed, in which case we'd be talking about snow around the 95 corridor and then a lot of wind in New England. That's the latest run from the GFS. We've also got another model that we look at. It's the European model, and a pretty similar solution as of the most recent run, showing that low pressure just offshore, again producing snow around the 95 corridor and then intensifying as it moves out into the Canadian Maritimes. So things could get a lot more interesting going into next week. Danielle, over to you.
All right, time for some specifics on talking temperatures, and I'll tell you, one spot that was certainly a blustery, chilly start to the day was Atlanta, and we have climbed up to around the 50-degree mark, which is still about 10 degrees cooler than average. We'll get closer to 60 degrees heading into tomorrow, but definitely watch out for those morning lows. And again, here's a look at some of the current temperature readings as we divide off even further south. We've got Miami sitting back in into the 70s. So there are a lot of 70-degree readings and a lot of people scratching their heads saying, well, why is everybody talking about the cold temperatures? This is not affecting us. So as we always say in this business, it very much is a relative. And some of the feels like temperatures you can see in this region are only just a couple of degrees difference. Now, in terms of if you headed further to the northeast, yeah, much more dramatic wind chill values. Now, early next week, as we were talking about, high pressure is going to be in place, but there are going to be some changes on the way. We talked about this increase in moisture, which is certainly going to be triggering some thunderstorms coming up on Monday for sections of East Texas and then spreading through the lower Mississippi River Valley. So watch out for the prospects of some severe weather scenarios, some heavy rounds of rainfall, some lightning, claps of thunder as well. And as we continue to be on the move, trying to get back into the swing of things after Thanksgiving in the throes of the holiday rush, Tuesday could be a messy time getting home into spots like Atlanta. Some of this rain beginning Monday night, stretching into Tuesday, and then of course across the Carolinas and the mid-Atlantic, and that continues to stem up into Wednesday as that system takes a further northward trend. Now, a further downward trend with some of these changing temperatures as we look back, not just around the plains, but into the upper Midwest. So you see that dramatic drop for spots like Chicago, and also we continue to see the toggling temperatures even further east as we head into the northeast for cities like New York. And here's a quick look in Chicago. As mentioned, look how much cooler it's going to be from that average high by the time we get to Monday. Carl?
November is often the peak of the second severe season here in the U.S., but this year it's been pretty quiet. We'll take a look at the numbers in today's Forbes Factor that's coming up after your local on the 8th.